After, I believe, 4 weeks of travelling, I have now made it to the start of the North Coast 500. So I've worked my way all the way up from where I live, up to Scotland, then up to Inverness, right at the top of Inverness at the start of the North Coast 500. So yeah, this is the beginning of what I set out to do a while ago, and now yeah, I'm gonna head round the North Coast 500 and yeah, make some videos of that. So I've just started along the North Coast 500 and detoured off a little bit because there's apparently a nice hike. Well, Google told me it's a nice hike called Clutie Well. So I just parked up here, gonna go and explore and see what this hike has to offer. I don't think it's too long, only like a mile. But yeah, I'll see what's there. So it turns out it wasn't much of a hike and more of just a walk. So I'm like, yeah, a couple of 100 meters away from the car park. But it turns out a Clutie Well is an ancient healing well, a Celtic healing well. So if you come to one, you leave a rag of clothing or something, like you can see on all the trees around me. So supposedly it's like a little spring that then you tie a rag near it onto a tree, and it gives you spiritual healing powers. So yeah, pretty interesting. So I managed to end up on the woodland trail, which was a bit longer. Nice little hike through the woods, over a bridge and round by the river and stuff, but not much to film. So back at the van now, time to hop back in, carry on with the North Coast 500 and carry on to where I'm parking up tonight, I think. So I've made it to my next spot. It was a proper long, slow, bumpy road all the way here, dirt tracks and stuff, and then the last bit was tarmac. But yeah, I'm kind of sat on top of a cliff overlooking a nice bay. I think there's some oil rigs and stuff just inland, slightly up the river. But it looks like rain at the moment, so I'm gonna hang out in the van for a bit and then go and explore, and I'll chuck the drone up and just see if I can get some views showing you guys whereabouts I am. I parked up as you saw earlier. I did get the drone out, had a little fly around with that, so hopefully you've seen some of them shots. I've just parked up behind me and now I'm going to go head off on walking on a trail. So I've made it down to the shore, which was my main goal of this, just to get down at kind of sea level and explore. But there was no trail, so I just kind of walked straight down through that, which was not maybe the smartest idea. Quite slippery and quite wet, but yeah, I've made it down to the coast. Now I'm going to walk. I think I can, if I walk that way, I'll end up in a town eventually. If I walk that way, I don't really know where I'll end up. I think there's a beach around there somewhere, but I couldn't work out how to get to it. So yeah, I'm just going to have a little explore. This is where I am now. Come down, you see all the oil rigs and stuff over there. The rest of the coast. So I just headed along towards the town a little bit, and I'm pretty sure there is a way I can scramble on the rocks all the way to the town, then walk up from the town back up to our park. So now I'm going to head the opposite direction and see what I can find that way. So I've been hiking along the coast for a bit. It's pretty rough. This is kind of what it looks like. But just up behind me here, I found a hole with a rope tucked into it. So I climbed up. I think it's like a cave-in hole, but it looks like it's really difficult to get to. You'd probably only be able to get here on boat unless you came the same way as me, which was pretty difficult. It looks like a good fun explore. It looks like I could just about squeeze in, but I don't really want to because I'm by myself, don't have a head torch and stuff. So maybe with someone new what they're doing, that could be pretty fun, but I think I'm just going to carry on around the coast. But it looks pretty cool in there. Pretty tight though. So I decided to climb back up and see if I could try and find the trail again, because it's pretty hard going. I walked about a mile along the coast, didn't really fancy going back, so I think I'm fairly below the trail I walked along to get down in the first place. So I'm walking up now, but this is what I'm walking up, just straight shrub, straight up into the trees. So there's the coast I was exploring down there, over there. So yeah, let's see if I can get up here. It's quite hard going, but much quicker than going the other way. So I found a track, finally. Headed along that way for a bit and it was a dead end, so now I'm heading back towards the town way, but now up on the track. But probably can't tell on the camera, but that's where I just came up. The beach is just there, and yeah, this is the track I've found. It's not much of a track, but it'll do. It's pretty steep, but it sure beats walking up there. So I think I found the actual path that I deviated off from in the first place, which is fairly lucky, I guess. But there's actual steps here in the trail, which I'm guessing means it's an actual trail. I think I remember walking down these ones. So I think that's enough of an adventure for me today. I think I'm going to walk back up to the van and have a little sit down. So in true me fashion, that was the trail I set out to walk, and I ended up nowhere near it. But oh well, it's how you have adventures, right? So I've moved on from where I was parked yesterday and moved on to a new spot a bit further around, well, a fair bit further around, about an hour around the north coast. So yeah, I'm parked up here. Just there's a little river down there, over there, and then the car park's got a couple cars in at the moment, but they'll clear out, no campers yet. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little explore, see what's out here, and then yeah, set up for the night probably. I'm still at the same park up I was at last night, but obviously it's the next morning, so I'm tired away, packed up, ready to leave. But I just thought I'd let you know. So today is going to be more of like a, yeah, I'm going to go up the coast and stop off at a few spots along the way on my way to my next park up, and then see how that looks. But yeah, we'll explore up the coast a bit, see some landmarks, I think, some nice beaches, and then see what the park up is like for tonight. So I'm at the place I parked up last night. When I got here, it was completely, I don't know if you saw, I did take a video, but I'm not sure how well it came out. But the fog off the sea just kind of completely rolled in, and visibility was like proper low, like probably maybe like 10-20 meters. So when I got here, I couldn't see anything, just kind of white around me. I just pulled in and thought that would do. It's a kind of a fancy lay-by off the North Coast 500, the A9 that you kind of follow. So I've woken up this morning and that's my view. So yeah, I couldn't see that at all last night, but it turns out I had a really nice park up and a really nice view as well. But it's properly windy outside, so I'm not going to be able to throw the drone up, but I will try and go outside and take some video, handheld videos, so you can see what's there. But yeah, not sure what I'm up to today. Going to figure it out in a bit, and yeah, might just drive to my next sort of idea that I've got for a park up, and I think there's a hike near there, but again, I'm not sure. It's midday. I've spent the morning tidying the van, so yeah, we'll see what I get up to. So I think from my route to the next park up, that today is going to be another day of sort of like historical monument sort of thing and touristy attractions, because there's quite a lot of them around here and there's not much else to do. There's not many hikes or anything on this coast, which I'm hoping there will be more on the other coast. But I'm really struggling to find park ups actually. A lot of them are paid now, so it's really difficult to find them sort of close to where I want to be. So I am detouring off a bit to find park ups, but yeah, I'm hoping as I get further around, it'll get a bit more rural and a bit more nice park ups. So it seems to be a lot of the park ups near the road are like £15 a night honesty box sort of things, which is a bit of a pain because I don't really want to be paying that, because if I did, I'd just go to a campsite. So yeah, struggling a bit, but I've managed to find a few. It just means I'm kind of missing out on a few things and driving to places where I wouldn't normally go, but I suppose maybe I'll see stuff that I wouldn't normally see. So I'm at Corinne Oget, which is supposedly an ancient burial site for the people of the area. I've just hiked up to it from down by the road. I parked about a kilometre away. So yeah, I'll just show you guys around. I think there's a fort about another 200 meters that way, so I'm going to walk over to the fort and then probably make my way back to the van and carry on to where I'm going to park up for the night.